Okay, Chris, look. Let's unscramble that egg. The prose is out in the last two paras. Can we just circle back for a moment?
What I was aiming to do was wrong side the demographic. Well, I see what you're saying, though.
Moving forward, we need to ideate better. Focus on the paradigm.
Yup. Listen, let me action that offline and come back with a win-win.
We're listening to the elusive patois of the London playwright. Here, in the writer's room at the Rose Theatre, are two of London's best young dramatists, William Shakespeare and Christopher Marlowe. Quills in hand and bursting with ideas, these two prolific pensmen have been drawing enthusiastic crowds down to the South Bank and are surely only at the beginning of long, successful careers in the theatre.
If you're asking myself, I've been reading a lot of Holinshed. History is a killer resource for us here at the Creative Codeface. So this is my third play, and I felt it was definitely the right time to collab with another wordsmith.
William and Christopher's new project is an ambitious retelling of the story of King Henry VI, which will eventually cover the entire Wars of the Roses saga.
Will has brought me in to disrupt the whole process. Sure, he's a fantastic writer, but after a few massive blue skies, we realised that buddying up for this one could well double, triple, or even quadruple our genius.
And can we get 2 espressos?
All right, I'll bring them through to you.
Make mine strong, 1.5 teaspoons. Thanks.
Behind the great writer there's an ink blotter, a muse, a partner, office manager, and wife of nearly 10 years. Anne Hathaway is William's most loyal, operative, and devotee.
I suppose I'm the glue that holds this place together. I just love coming to work every day. You don't have to be mad to work here, I say. But our last cleaner definitely was. And we had to let her go. And get her sectioned. Here you go, boys.
Thank you, Anne. Rocket fuel.
Will, I've told you, not in front of Chris. Very inappropriate in the office.
And so, another few thousand words are sketched onto parchment and moulded for stage land. And the intense creativity continues. William and Christopher certainly put the hours in, and it's hard to believe they have time for any of life's other commitments.
I've got 3 kids who keep me busy back in Stratford, my hometown. Working my way up to landowner and landlord. I'm a provider. That's me.
Yeah, I'm a successful businessman. It's trade, commerce, merchandising, negotiation, verticals, horizontals, i.e., etc. Lots of travel, living out of my suitcase, etc.
We travelled with Christopher to the Netherlands on one of his trade missions, as he took time away from the Rose and left William in charge of the ink pots.
It's a very useful second string income. I make money to make money, and the market over here in the Low Countries is fizzing. It's basically banking, but I won't bore you with the deets.
And what do you say to the rumours that you work for the spy master, Sir Francis Walsingham?
Who? Never met him.
You're a Cambridge graduate and well connected, and our researchers have linked you to a government role. It suggests some level of involvement in espionage.
Espionage? Me a spy? Look, if I was a spy, I'd tell you I was involved in banking. And I'd also say that if I was involved in banking. Listen, I'll level with you. These are counterfeit coins. I'm willing to admit I make money quite literally. This bit won't be broadcast, right? It's not the cleanest living, but I'm making a contribution. But spying? No way, Padre.
Back in London, the dedication of William to his art is clear. He's outlined an ambitious tetralogy and has begun working the full history of Kings Henry VI and Richard III into 4 separate plays.
Anne? Anne,
Yes, dear?
open the window, would you, buddy? Bit stuffy in here.
Okay, I'll pop this one open a few inches. Just shout if you need anything else, Will.
Could I do this alone? Course. But right now, it's teamwork making the dream work. Chris is due back in the office in a couple of days. We'll kick some ideas around, see what stands up, and nail this mother to the wall by deadline day.
How, you might ask, do these men of toil find time to let off steam and relax? Well, there's always the pub. We're in Deptford, at an establishment run by no-nonsense landlady, Eleanor Bull. It's a victualling house, not just serving drink, but also providing lodgings and food.
Oh yes, Chris is one of my regulars. Him and his associates are often in here bantering and making deals and whatnot. I've been running this place for, about 10 years now and...
Pay up, Fraser. You're as tight as Riley's codpiece.
Keep your ruffle on, Marlowe. I'm not paying a single groat.
Here, boys, I'll have none of that in my pub. Stop! Pack it in! Leave it!
Pay the damn reckoning, Ingram. Put that knife down.
Yeah, reckon this.
No! Oh my God! This is very bad for business.
Jesus Christ, cut! While we were making this documentary, Christopher Marlowe was involved in an altercation with local businessman Ingram Fraser. He received a knife wound to his eye, which severed an artery, and he died from his injuries. He was 29. We've returned to South London, where the horrendous news is still sinking in for William and Anne.
Well, we were in total shock, weren't we? I mean, 29 is so young.
It's no age. He had a good 15 years in front of him.
Yes, at least.
And what now for the writing?
What now for the writing? Well, the show must go on. I mean, moving forward, it's going to come down to myself.
You'll be fine, won't you, Will?
You know, yes, I will. No doubt. But are people going to believe it? I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy nuts out there. Assuming I have a big career, and I am assuming that, are they going to say that I, Shakespeare, did it all by myself? Or are they going to say, hundreds of years from now, Marlowe faked his death and I never existed, and somehow he kept writing in secret, and it was him that wrote all my great plays?
That's quite a leap, Will. Staging his death? Whatever next? He was a spy as well on the side. Pull the other one.
You're right. I'm letting my big old imagination run away there. My forte is monetizing that imagination. And so it's back to work for me.
It seems the artist's resolve will fuel the continuation of the opus. One man down, who knows what might have been, or what's to come for the Suffolk scene and its greatest living playwright, William Shakespeare.